1. When approaching a flashing red traffic light at an intersection in South Carolina, the driver must A. Slow down and proceed without stopping. B. Stop completely and proceed when safe. C. Yield only if other vehicles are present. D. Accelerate to clear the intersection quickly. 2. In South Carolina, a driver under 21 years old is considered legally intoxicated with a blood alcohol concentration BAC of A. 0.08%, B. 0.05%, C. 0.02%, D. 0.10%. 3. A solid yellow line on your side of the center line on a two-lane road indicates A. Passing is allowed in both directions. B. No passing is allowed from your lane. C. You may pass with caution. D. Passing is permitted at intersections only. 4. When parking uphill with a curb in South Carolina, you must turn your wheels A. Toward the curb, B. Away from the curb, C. Straight ahead, D. Toward the shoulder. 5. The move-over law in South Carolina requires drivers to A. Stop completely when seeing emergency vehicles on the roadside. B. Move over one lane if safe when passing stopped emergency vehicles. C. Reduce speed by 20 miles per hour below the posted limit. D. Follow the emergency vehicle until it stops. 6. When driving at night in South Carolina, you must dim your high beams when approaching an oncoming vehicle within A. 200 feet, B. 300 feet, C. 400 feet, D. 500 feet. 7. A flashing yellow arrow in a traffic signal means A. Stop and wait for a green arrow, B. Proceed with the turn, but yield to oncoming traffic, C. Stop and yield to pedestrians only, D. Make the turn without yielding. 8. South Carolina law requires children to be secured in a rear-facing car seat until at least A. 12 months and 20 pounds, B. 2 years of age, C. 4 years of age, D. 3 years and 30 pounds. 9. The maximum speed limit on interstate highways in South Carolina, unless otherwise posted, is A. 55 mph, B. 60 miles per hour, C. 65 miles per hour, D. 70 miles per hour. 10. When hydroplaning occurs, a driver should A. Brake hard to regain control, B. Turn the wheel sharply, C. Ease off the accelerator and steer straight, D. Increase speed to pass through quickly. 11. Before changing lanes on a highway, the safest practice is to A. Signal, check mirrors, and check blind spots, B. Signal and move quickly into the next lane, C. Look only in the rear view mirror, D. Honk to warn nearby vehicles. 12. In South Carolina, drivers must use their headlights A. From sunset to sunrise, B. Only during fog or rain, C. When visibility is less than 500 feet, D. Both A and C. 13. When approaching a school bus with flashing red lights, drivers must A. Stop leanly if behind the bus, B. Stop regardless of direction of travel, C. Slow down and pass carefully, D. Proceed if children are not visible. 14. A broken white line on the roadway indicates A. Passing is not allowed, B. Lanes moving in opposite directions, C. Lanes moving in the same direction, D. Parking zones only. 15. The implied consent law in South Carolina means A. Drivers can refuse BAC testing without penalties. B. Drivers agree to BAC testing when suspected of DUI. C. BAC testing is only for commercial drivers. D. Testing is voluntary and optional. 16. When two vehicles arrive at a four-way stop at the same time, the right-of-way goes to A. The vehicle on the left. B. The vehicle on the right. C. The larger vehicle. D. The faster vehicle. 17. When entering a highway from an entrance ramp, you should A. Stop completely before merging. B. Match the speed of highway traffic. C. Drive at 20 miles per hour below highway speed. D. Honk before merging. 18. If a tire blows out while driving, the correct response is to A. Brake immediately. B. Hold the steering wheel firmly and ease off the gas. C. Accelerate to maintain control. D. Turn sharply to the shoulder. 19. When a traffic signal is not working, drivers should treat the intersection as A. A two-way stop. B. A four-way stop. C. A yield sign. D. An uncontrolled intersection. 20. The minimum following distance under good driving conditions is A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. C. 3 seconds. D. 4 seconds. 21. What must you do if an emergency vehicle is approaching with flashing lights and sirens? A. Stop where you are. B. Pull to the right and stop. Speed up to stay ahead. D. Continue driving normally. 22. The hand signal for a left turn is A. Left arm bent downward. B. Left arm bent upward. C. Left arm straight out. D. Right arm straight out. 23. A diamond-shaped road sign indicates A. Regulatory instruction. B. Warning or hazard ahead. C. Speed limit information. D. Services available. 24. When driving in fog, the best lights to use are A. High beam headlights. B. Parking lights only. C. Low beam headlights. D. Hazard lights. 25. A driver who refuses a breath test under South Carolina law will face A. A fine only. B. Automatic license suspension. C. Points on their record but no suspension. D. No penalty. 26. On a two-lane road, when a vehicle is stopped to allow pedestrians to cross, you must A. Pass carefully if the other lane is clear. B. Stop and wait until the pedestrians have completely crossed. C. Honk to alert pedestrians. D. Drive slowly past them. 27. The minimum age to obtain a beginner's permit in South Carolina is A. 14 years. B. 15 years. C. 16 years. D. 17 years. 28. A driver using a cell phone in South Carolina may A. Send text messages while stopped at a red light. Text while driving if over 21. C. Not text while driving, under any circumstance. D. Use the phone for internet browsing only. 29. The penalty for a first-time DUI conviction in South Carolina may include A. Mandatory jail time. B. Driver's license suspension. C. Fines. D. All of the above. 30. A red X over a lane in a lane control signal means A. You may use the lane. B. The lane is closed to traffic. C. Merge into the lane. D. Use caution in the lane. 31. When backing out of a driveway, the safest practice is to A. Rely only on mirrors. B. Look over your shoulder while backing. C. Honk before reversing. D. Back up quickly to clear the road. 32. In South Carolina, you must signal a turn at least A. 50 feet before turning. B. 100 feet before turning. C. 150 feet before turning. D. 200 feet before turning. 33. When sharing the road with motorcycles, drivers should A. Allow extra following distance. B. Drive closely behind for visibility. C. Pass quickly in the same lane. D. Use high beams to alert the rider. 34. When approaching a railroad crossing with no signals or gates, you must A. Cross quickly without slowing. B. Stop, look, and listen before proceeding. C. Drive at full speed if no train is visible. D. Honk to alert others before crossing. 35. In South Carolina, a broken yellow center line means A. Passing is allowed in both directions. B. Passing is prohibited in both directions. C. Passing is allowed only for oncoming traffic. D. The road is for one-way travel only. 36. What should you do if your vehicle starts to skid? A. Brake hard and hold the wheel steady. B. Turn the steering wheel in the direction you want to go. C. Accelerate quickly to regain control. D. Turn the wheel in the opposite direction of the skid. 37. The fine for texting while driving in South Carolina is up to A. $25. B. $50. C. $75. D. $100. 38. When parallel parking on a two-way street, you should pair A. On the left side of the road. B. Within 18 inches of the curb. C. Facing the flow of traffic. D. Both B and C.